Like, what does that mean to you? That means something different to a lot of different people.
Yeah, it's just going in there to fight. I mean, you get in that flow state, the adrenaline gets going, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like training in the gym. You know, Sunday morning, the open mat has really opened me up to just flowing because I'm tired. I don't want to get up at 8 o'clock Sunday mornings and go train. But I'm in there, we just start training at 9 o'clock, and it's, you know, an hour and a half straight, and we just roll. Yeah. It's competitive, but it's more playful than like, let's smash and try to not give anything up. Yeah. It's very playful, it's fun. And the guys that show up are all, you know, good enough where you can do that stuff and just have a non-stop round. It's crazy. I'm John Ortolani. I'm from just north of Boston in Billerica, Massachusetts. Moved to Tampa just over 3 years ago now. A black belt in BJJ under John Fain from Triumph BJJ in Nashua, New Hampshire, in the Boston BJJ Association. Right? Three Boston BJJ schools under Roberto Maya. Moved down here 3 years ago and found Lane and started training here, and then met Hobson, started training with Hobson for the last 3 years, which has been awesome.
Did you find Lane right away?
So I Googled RMNU because actually my coach, John, back home, he let me know that Hobson's gym was in Tampa. So I Googled it, and Lane's gym was the first one that came up. So I just went there because it was RMNU, and I thought that was Hobson's headquarters. So I kind of just stumbled on Lane's school by accident, and it was awesome. It's been awesome ever since.
You're doing too much with your left leg. You're trying to throw the kick with your left leg like this.
Fucking care? Is it?
It sucks because I didn't even get to fight. You know, it happened so quick. I think Ryan threw 2 kicks, and the second one knocked me out. I didn't even get to throw a punch, which, you know, who knows what would have happened if I didn't get knocked out in 15 seconds. You know, it would have been a good fight, win or lose. I at least wanted to throw down. It had been a year since my previous fight before that. So really, I've fought 15 seconds in the last 2 years. So I made a lot of improvements before that fight, and I didn't get to showcase them, so I just kept building on them. You know, it's been 2 years of getting better.
Are there stints where you don't train for like days at a time?
Since the beginning of my training in 2000, I think it was 2009 in June when I started training at Triumph. I don't think there's been more than 5 days where I haven't been on the mat at a time. Maybe a week, like after a fight, healing up after a fight, but maybe a week. But I don't remember the last time I've gone a week straight without training something. Even a couple of days. That's why this trip to Hawaii is weird, because we're going to be there for 12 days. And we're hoping to get some training in, hoping to try to check out one of BJ Penn's gyms, hopefully running him. Maybe, you know, it just kind of fell through. Like, we didn't really push too hard for it because there was no opponent. So when, you know, Matt Peterson's always been great up in Maine, and he hits me up and says, hey, here's an opponent for you, you guys want to fight? So we did our research, and he sent us the contracts right away, and they're signed, and so the fight's on, you know, which is great.
To shoot a takedown, that's how deep I need to be. All right? If I slip from back here, when I throw my counter, you're going to slip it. You're going to get out of the way. Me and my buddy Dennis back home, you met Dennis, we used to get in brawls, and one of us would slip a punch and throw a punch, and I would throw my counter, and he would lean back. And he would throw, and we'd be doing this, back and forth. Because none of us was slipping forward. We're always slipping back. It's great to get out of the way, but you can't counter.
You know, to train for myself is like, it's very relaxing. You know, I'm concentrating on certain stuff. You know, you get an opponent, all of a sudden the intensity goes up. You know, I'm not. I got this from John Fain, actually. I'm not trying to learn anything new now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just making everything I have sharper. You know, it's
that makes sense.
Make everything good, and then as the fight gets a little closer, we start game planning specifically for some of his tendencies. But you know, I'm a well-rounded fighter, so I just gotta go in there and fight. Sure. No, you know, I gotta figure out where he can beat me. You know, what his strongest attributes are, where he has a chance to beat me, and then work to avoid that stuff. But other than that, we're just gonna go.
When you say, Shawn's got a title fight.
Yeah, fired up. So it's not so much that fighter and coach. You know, it's more fighter and more experienced teammate role. We're not going to. You know, I'm not going to start showing Shawn new stuff now, right? When we have our sparring sessions, we have our rolling sessions, we're just tightening up his stuff, just like I'm going to tighten up my stuff. And I mean, living with him is the best part, because we can come home and then we eat dinner and we talk about the training we just had. Oh, try this, tighten this up, what about this? And we can talk about anything because, you know, he's 20 feet away all the time. You know, I have 8 wins and 11 losses, and I feel like I'm a lot better than 8 and 11.
I feel like you are too.
That's that's my goal. I want to fight enough where I'm back on the winning side and I got a winning streak and I can get in some bigger shows. You know, it's always been a dream since I started. I want to fight on TV.
Yeah, man, is there anything you want to say to people? Your friends, your enemies, your trainers, sponsors?
I'm better than my record, so that's what I'm out there to prove.